Hi there, I'm Adam Ringshaw from Greenwich Fitness and Performance, and today in this short video I want to talk to you about HIIT training, HIIT, high intensity interval training, and how you can use it and implement it to your own workouts and training program to get great results and accelerate your fat loss efforts. So, HIIT training or high intensity interval training is a simple process of performing your cardiovascular exercise in a stop-start manner that elevates and increases your metabolism for higher, for longer. Let me explain. So, high intensity intervals. Let's look at conventional cardio. So, if this along the bottom is time, and then this up the side is intensity, and also your metabolism. Okay? So, traditional cardio, you might warm up 5-10 minutes, and then you might continue at the same intensity for maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, perhaps an hour or more. So it's like going for a run, like a jog. Now a lot of people will take this approach when they're trying to lose weight. And it's a great starting point and it's a good intention. They're trying to burn extra calories. So they go for a run or they get on the exercise bike and they plug away for a certain amount of time. Now, when you finish that duration, whether it's half an hour, whether it's an hour or so of traditional cardio, here's what happens. Your metabolism will taper off relatively soon after that workout, depending on the duration and the intensity achieved. So, as you can see, you're raising your metabolism and you're burning additional calories while you do it. But that's it. So this is a very inefficient and ineffective use of your time. It's a poor return on investment, okay, in terms of raising metabolism, burning calories and burning body fat. So here's what HIIT training does. So you might warm up in a similar approach, okay, and then you would do something really intense, okay, for a short burst of time, maybe 10 seconds, 15, 20 seconds, usually no more than 30 seconds, alright? Then you would bring the intensity right down, almost to nothing. But if not, if you're still moving, if you're still exercising or training or performing the activity, it would be a much, much lower, very low intensity. And then you repeat this process. Now the time period you recover for, just like the time period you work for, is not set in stone. A good rule of thumb and a good recommendation that I recommend is a 2-to-1 ratio of rest to work. So, if you was to exert yourself intensely for 20 seconds, at a high intensity, you would spend 40 seconds recovering. Now, that's not set in stone. There's so many ways you can structure the stop-start. It could be 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off, which is also a form of Tabata training you may have heard of. We'll talk about that on another video. You could do 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 15, 15, 15 on, 30 off, 20 seconds on, as I said, 40 seconds off. There's no right or wrong. The most important thing, and listen to this is the most important thing with your HIIT training, this is the key, is that you give your maximum intensity possible for the high intensity interval portion and for the full duration of whatever that interval is, whether it's 10 seconds, 20 seconds or 30 seconds. You give your maximum intensity. So the reason I recommend a 2-to-1 ratio of rest to work rate would mean you can recover more in that time, so therefore you can exert yourself more at the high intensity interval. Does that make sense? So let me give you an example. It's like lifting weights. The more weight you want to lift when you're lifting weights, the more rest is required between sets. Okay? So this is the same. The more intensely you want to work at these durations, the higher the intensity you want to create, the more rest you're going to require down here. So I recommend it's better, or I would suggest it's better in my experience, to rest for 40 seconds, or double the time spent working and the intensity, to be able to exert yourself at full intensity, maximum effort for the 20-second portion. Does that make sense? So twice the rest for twice for this amount of work. So if you were to do 20 on, 20 off, that 20 seconds recovery might not be enough to fully recover to be able to exert yourself at the same intensity at the next burst of 20 seconds on. Does that make sense? So shorter duration of rest means lower intensity during the working portion, all right? Now you may burn more calories by resting shorter time, but during the workout, but you're not going to raise your metabolism as high as you would if you rested longer and exerted yourself more during the intense period. Okay, I hope I'm not losing you with this. So, anyway, the point being is it's stop, start, stop, start. And the most important factor is that this intense portion is as intense as possible. It's a 10 out of 10. It's maximum effort, okay? Now, here's the power of HIIT training or high intensity intervals. Excuse me. When you finish your high intensity intervals, maybe it's 10 minutes, maybe it's 15 minutes. I never recommend more than 20 minutes maximum. And here's why. If you're performing more than 20 minutes of HIIT at a time, you're not doing HIIT. Or you're not doing it as effectively as you should be to get the maximum results. High intensity interval training should be so intense that you cannot sustain it for more than about 15 to 20 minutes maximum. Okay? Otherwise your intensity is going to deteriorate, going to drop off, and you're going to lose the full extent of the benefit. So 10 to 20 minutes is usually recommended duration of time total. Now, whereas your metabolism tapers off with conventional traditional cardio training, when you do high intensity interval training in the optimal way, as I'm teaching you, your metabolism, when you finish, when you stop, will go up and up and up and continue going up for hours and hours and hours after you finish that workout, after you finish that HIIT session. This is known as the afterburn effect, okay? Or the scientific term EPOC. EPOC simply means excessive post-exercise oxygen consumption. It's a fancy scientific term for raising your metabolism higher for longer, yeah? Or the afterburn effect, if it's more commonly known, right? This is the true potential, the true power of HIIT. Not what you burn during the workout, that's just gravy, that's just icing on the cake. This is not the important bit, okay? This is how you stimulate the important bit, but this is not where the results are. You do this effectively and the results come in this portion, the afterburn effect, the metabolism raising benefits. The more intensely you work out here in these bursts, the harder you work for the short durations, the higher your metabolism will go and the longer it will stay high for after the workout. Some research shows your metabolism can stay elevated for up to 36 hours with just a 15 to 20 minute investment or even a 10-minute investment of HIIT training performed effectively. That means if you did a 10-minute HIIT session the way I'm teaching you yesterday morning, okay, your metabolism will still be up the next day at lunchtime, okay? It will still be raised, you'll still be burning calories and body fat as a result of that 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 minute investment of time. Does that make sense? So that's how HIIT training works, that's how high intensity interval works, that's how their power applies to you losing body fat. So it's a very efficient use of your time, it's a very productive and effective use of your time, and it's the best return on investment of your time when it comes to your cardiovascular exercise and burning more calories and raising metabolism higher for longer so that you ultimately burn more body fat. Of course, your nutrition has to be in support of this if you're trying to lose body fat and change your composition, but this is the most effective use of your time for return on investment. Now, I will point out that there's a lot of things out there today online, particularly on social media, in magazines, posing as HIIT training. Now, I don't believe a lot of these are true HIIT training, okay? They're just fancy ways of getting viewers and readers and subscribers and likes and clicks on their pages and their followers and things like that, okay? Because it's entertaining. So HIIT training or high intensity interval training in the way that I am used to doing and the way that I teach my clients to do and my members at Greenwich Fitness Performance is to do it in a way that is simple but effective. Okay, it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be sexy, it doesn't have to be loads of different types of exercises. It can be a simple activity, okay, but it's the intensity that you create, the high intensity, maximum effort, maximum output for 10 to 20, 10 to 30 seconds maximum, and then recover. for a 2-to-1 ratio. Okay, and then repeat for the desired length of time, or the desired repetitions to make up 10 to 20 minutes of total work. Okay, that's high intensity interval training. That's how you can apply it into your own training regime. The activity is not important. It's the activity that you can increase and produce the most intensity on that's going to give you the biggest benefit and reward and results and return on investment. The activity that you can exert yourself the most for the 10 to 30 second burst. All right. Okay, that's high intensity interval training. Apply it to your own life. If you've got questions, feedback, anything you'd like to know, please leave a comment in the box below this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos on training strategies and mindset principles so you can achieve more in and out of the gym. And like and share this video for other people to see. And if you're not already a client and a member of Greenwich Fitness Performance, please check out greenwichfp.com, where you can find out more information about myself and my team and how we can help serve you. So that's it for today. High intensity interval training. Apply it to your training for better results. And here's to your never-ending success, and I'll see you soon.